Hello again. Welcome back to Tommy Maroon Sports Show, episode number 187. We got ourselves another fun episode, don't we? We're going to talk Cavs and we're going to talk Guardians because that's what's going on here in Northeast Ohio. First things first, let's look at the Cleveland Cavaliers. The final team staffed, led by that man right there, number 45, Donovan Mitchell. But yeah, the Cavs finished with averaging 112.3 points per game, a 48.8% field goal percentage, 36.7% three-point percentage, 41.1 rebounds per game, 24.9 assists per game, 7.1 steals per game, and 4.7 blocks per game. Looking at the final players' stats, of course, the main star of the show was that guy right there, Donovan Mitchell. He had 28.3 points per game, led all the Cavs out there, 4.3 rebounds per game, and 4.4 assists per game. One can only hope he wins MVP, but I don't think he will, unfortunately. Darius Garland, 21.6 points per game, 2.7 rebounds per game. But hey, he led all the Cavs with 7.8 assists per game. And Evan Mobley, 16.2 points per game and 9 rebounds per game. Jarrett Allen, 14.3 points per game and leading every Cavalier out there with a 9.8 rebounds per game. And Karis LeVert, 12.1 points per game, 3.8 rebounds per game, and 3.9 assists per game. So looking at the playoff picture, the Cavs are the number 4 seed. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, they are the number 4 seed. As we look forward to seeing who will win it all, they will play the New York Knicks in the first round of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. The winner will await Milwaukee or Miami/Toronto, Chicago. It depends on the very confusing, but still there, the play-in tournament. But yeah, Atlanta clinched the number 7 seed with a win. They'll be playing Boston. Boston should have no problem with them. And then they will await the winner of Philadelphia, Brooklyn. I must say, the Nets should have fallen off. Everybody laughed, but nope. They stayed right where they were as a 6th seed, staying very consistent. And then the Cavs against the Knicks. Of course, winner most likely plays Milwaukee. I got the Cavs in 4-5. That should be pretty easy for the good old Cavaliers. I mean, Cavs have home court advantage. Even though they've scored less points per game, less rebounds per game, they do have 2 more assists per game compared to New York. Donovan Mitchell, of course, is going to be the biggest factor out of all of them. But Julius Randle led the Knicks this season in points per game and rebounds per game, averaging 10 rebounds per game and 25 points per game, so he's averaging a double-double. And the Cavs are a better shooting team field goal-wise than three-point-wise. 2 good teams out there, to say the least, but I think those Cavs are better. And unless Milwaukee gets heavily upset, there's no way that the winner of this team will not play Milwaukee, if you know what I'm talking about. I hope I worded that correctly. Winner of that series will most likely definitely play the Milwaukee Bucks. Now time to look at the Cleveland Guardians because we can. First time all season long we've looked at it. Here's the gang from last season. Of course, looking at the team leaders because we can. Miles Straw leading the guards with 343 average and 6 stolen bases. Andres Jimenez, 14 runs scored. That leads all the Guardians. He's batting 5th today. And Emmanuel Clase with 3 saves. Shane Bieber with a 2.35 ERA and 14 strikeouts. Not to mention 1 win. That 1 win is the most for any Guardians pitcher because 7 players have 1 win. 7 pitchers have 1 win. That is kind of hard to believe, but hey, you know what? I'm not complaining because the Guardians are not doing that shabby. Looking at this series recap. Starts off with the Guardians against the Mariners. Guardians took a tough three-game loss and losing 2 of the 3 games, I should say. Josh Naylor had 2 hits in Game 1. Aaron Savali, 5.2 innings and 5 strikeouts in Game 1. Unfortunately, Aaron Savali was put on the injured list after that. Julio Rodriguez had a 2-run bomb in Game 1 as well. And then Ahmed Rosario with 3 hits in Game 2. And then for Eugenio Suarez, 2 RBIs in Game 2. And then this game right here was a pretty good one, I must say, because Josh Bell hit a walk-off infield single to stun the Mariners. But Will Brennan was the main guy, I must say, because Will Brennan was just clutch as all anything, having not 1 but 2 game-tying hits, which was nothing short of incredible to say the least. And then we'll see if we can see it out there because, of course, it was a 3-1 contest, and then Seattle took another lead. There's Ahmed Rosario lining out to first. Of course, Ty France very good at what he does. And there's Jose Ramirez to the plate. I'm just saying the Guardians are still yet, I repeat, still yet to have a home run at Progressive Field this season. Josh Naylor leads all the Guards with just 2 home runs. I think he leads them all with 8 RBIs, which is kind of hard to believe, but that's just how it is. There's Will Brennan having some fun out there, tying up that bad boy. And then they walk Ramirez out there in the 10th inning. Josh Naylor comes up with the bases loaded, but unfortunately, I believe he blew the opportunity, which was rather frustrating to see as J-Rod made the nice catch right there. Hey, Will Brennan did really well, didn't he? Will Brennan tied the game again in the 11th inning, and then come the 12th inning, Josh Bell with a little number to the first base side that won the game. That is hard to believe. But now we need to talk about the Guardians and the Yankees. Of course, the series is tied at 1 game apiece. Shane Bieber, 7 innings, 2 earned runs in Game 1. Guardians only got 4 hits in Game 1. There's a walk-off run, by the way. Jose Ramirez sliding and celebrating, which was pretty awesome to see. But yeah, 3 of those hits came from the catcher Mike Zunino. Jose had a double in Game 2 that scored a run. But that was basically all the only good things that happened for the Guardians last night because Frankie Cordero, 3-run home run. Garrett Cole looking very sharp out there. 7 innings, only gave up 2 runs, just like Shane Bieber the day before. And it was a blowout win for the Yankees, and there will be no sweep, unfortunately, for the Guardians. But hey, you know what? Today it is going to be Clark Schmidt, who was tagged with a loss in the epic Game 3 last year, where the Guardians walked it off against Peyton Battenfield. Looks like Battenfield may be making his major league debut out there. If I can pull up his stats, he's 25 years old, 6'4", 224. He's a new pitcher. Of course, Savali not only on the IL, but so is McKenzie. So there is that. Looking up days until August 18th. 128 days till the Highland Hornets play the Hudson Explorers. It couldn't come any faster, could it? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's going to be a lot of fun, to say the least. Highland against Hudson. I can't believe that the season's almost here. I was talking with Coach Gibbons yesterday. He said that while the defense is losing a good chunk of players, he does like the offense. He says that the offense is pretty good, and you got to remember a lot of those players are two-way players, to say the least. Excuse me, just getting an email from BW. You got to remember a lot of those players are two-way players. They're return men, they're whatever the case, as we would definitely love to finally take down Central Catholic in Division II, Region 6 if we play them. Of course, Toledo Central Catholic has won, or they are the reigning D2 state champion, so there is that. Now, man, how nice would that be if we can do that come November or late October or whatever the case is. Of course, We've won 19 out of our last 20 regular season games, actually 20 out of our last 21 regular season games, which is really unbelievable. I mean, then again, last year we were thinking to ourselves, we lost a lot of seniors, how are we going to make up for it this year? We made up for it with a perfect season. We'll see what happens, because it's not going to be easy to replicate a perfect season, but Coach Gibbons and co., they're certainly up for the task. Well, folks, that's it. I know it wasn't that long of an episode, but thanks for watching anyways, and I hope to see you next week. So long, everybody.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.